Sit your ass down and
Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make 10.
Man, sit your ass down.
Yes, we are back. Alright, during the break, my man BK had to take off, do some family stuff. Maybe back, he on the phone right now, but we're going to keep this train rolling with this week's Sit Your Ass Down. We got a few. We missed some last week, so it's going to be a little bit old and new. But, first Sit Your Ass Down. Excuse me, those who are new to the show. Sit Your Ass Down is not to make fun. Sit your ass down is not to just telling people always set up themselves for their own failure, and we tap them on the shoulder. Say, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, they. Whatever you identify as.
On pronouns.
Please sit your ass down.
Question before you start.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever given yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
You were there. You were in front of me. You saw me do it.
Like, I had to ask again because, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice.
I just had to ask. Like, sometimes you be wanting to give it to, like, what if I want to give it to me?
Set your show. I mean, like,
okay.
we'll oh, trust me. We can do that.
Oh, really?
We can.
I just asked. Like, what if I want to
But
give
yeah,
it to
I have.
Okay.
To answer your question, you were in front of me. Never
It's
mind.
a lot of shows. You have recorded a lot of shows in 11 years.
This was done like 3 weeks ago.
Keep continuing. Let's go. Let's just continue.
I was going to say the first. Never mind. The first Sit Your Ass Down goes to somebody who hasn't been here in quite some time. Mr. O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson.
Orange juice.
O.J. Simpson is getting Sit Your Ass Down. Not for what you think. O.J. Simpson is getting Sit Your Ass Down because O.J. Simpson reportedly revealed he has trouble with, the city of Los Angeles because he feels he may be sitting next to whoever did it as he's out and about. Now, Juice, not that Juice, not the good Juice, that's AJ, but the Juice.
Just call him Apple.
OJ finally is getting back into the good graces of the NFL. This is why you sit your ass down.
Let me know when I can speak.
The Atlantic are doing their NFL 100 series. And if we're going to sit here and talk about running backs, OJ is on the list. You may not want to talk about him because of what's happening. And the first time somebody put a microphone in his face, you say this dumb shit, I may be sitting next to whoever did it. Now, I'm not saying you did it. I'm not saying you know who did it. Allegedly. I have to do that for legal reasons. Juice, it ain't no mystery. You got, 25 years for a stolen football? Juice. Come on, man. Chill.
Just let me know.
Please, go ahead. You can take it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Here's my thing, LJ. I am in the minority of the people who think that you are innocent.
All 5 of y'all.
Yep. I'm going to go with Juice. Juice said he ain't do it.
He was not convicted for that.
Before the other 1,035,000,000 people that are convinced that you did do it. You know how you wrote the book of clues? Was it a book of clues?
If I did it, this is how I would do it.
The book of that. It's not a hypothesis.
No, it was
what is it?
It was fiction. It was non-fiction. What was it? Excuse me. It was fiction. It was fiction. If I did
fiction.
It, yeah.
You already wrote a book of what ifs, so to speak. You already served time for. You overdid time for a crime that most people would have got maybe probation for. They don't like you, OJ. And when you say things like, if I would have did it, and if I come back to Cali, I'm scared I'm be sitting next to the killer. You didn't have to say that. Like, it's a list of things that I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say, oh, I got a flat stomach. I'm not gonna say that because it's a lie. I'm not gonna say, ooh, I'm light skinned. I'm not gonna say
Juice.
that.
I don't know how many mirrors you sit next to.
Wait. One more thing. I'm not gonna say if I was a famous actress, cause it's a lie. OJ, people already think you did it. This raises my suspicions to go to the other side.
Look.
You can't just say, I'd be sitting next to the killer if I go to L.A. They don't want you in L.A. because they think you the killer. Like somebody said on a few blogs today, OJ, you in the room with him. OJ, look in the mirror. I'm not saying that. People have said that. So, hey, OJ, take the heat off yourself. Don't say nothing. Live your best golden years in wherever you're at and shut up. Where's he at? Vegas?
No, right now, yeah, he is in Vegas, but he does partial residence in LA and Florida.
All people either go to Vegas or Florida.
Yeah, he was in Florida for a second until Florida was just like, nah, you too crazy for us, Juice.
So just don't take the heat off yourself. Don't say nothing. Go, just shut up. Move to Iowa.
No.
What Kanye at? Where the crazy people move to? Wisconsin. Is it Wisconsin? No, it's not.
Let's do this.
Go where Kanye at. Oh, he got a ranch.
OJ,
See if you can go stay.
I need you to do me a favor. Check for mirrors and then sit your ass down.
Oh, Lord, OJ.
The next sit your ass down, I guess this is a football theme sit your ass down. Season's right around the corner. Only fitting that this is happening. Next sit your ass down go to former NFL player TJ Ward, who blames Ryan Rivera for getting cancer. How do you blame a dude for getting cancer? Let's find out.
Very easy.
TJ Ward was responding to the Washington football team coach venting his frustrations about some of his players not being vaccinated against COVID-19. Ward said the players on Washington should not have to be forced to receive the COVID-19 vaccine due to Rivera's cancer history. Rivera said he was beyond frustrated, end quote, that little over 50% of Washington's players have been vaccinated, even after the NFL set out a mandate of that COVID-19 outbreak could lead to forfeits. Mm-hmm. Ward was quoted to say, "Don't blame the players for your lifelong decisions. At some point, you got to pay for them vices. Cancer runs in my family like many American families, but also bad diets and cigarettes do as well. Mm-hmm. Accept responsibility and don't blame and be disappointed for your 23-year-old because they have their own bodies and their opinions about what they do with their health. Just park the riverboat. His health is beyond that of COVID, and maybe it's time to let it go." That's what TJ Ward said a lot. Now here's where he needs to sit his ass down. He talked about the biases, talked about Riverboat, and we all know, I mean, anybody who's watched Riverboat around every now and then, he has a cigar on the sideline, and he's doing his thing. But Ryan Rivera was diagnosed with skin cancer.
Oh, I thought he had a...
No.
Inside.
Skin cancer.
Like outside? Oh.
Last August, he was diagnosed with skin cancer, and he went treatment before remission, because when you're an NFL coach in an outdoor stadium, guess what? You're going to be outside. The cancer Ward is talking about is not one of skin cancer. That's a guy who just don't want to take the vaccine, which is, a personal choice. But before you go on a rant, and this come from me, do your research. TJ Ward, sit your ass down.
Can I make this one?
Of course.
I just want to make this one look coming. TJ Ward, you cannot. This man has skin cancer, meaning that he had an exposure to the sun out there coaching or doing whatever he was doing. You have to be smart in your statements. Yeah, you can't say things because then you upset a group of people. If you ask a few rappers, you upset a group of people when you say things. So you don't want to have the cancer patients coming after you for saying that. Be smart.
Well, next, sit your ass down. I gotta ask a question. Why, oh why, do you try to compete with the big dog? And we'll get into that in a second. This happened right here in the state of Michigan, Pontiac. We're going to call her Michigan woman. Michigan woman sets her car and herself on fire trying to kill bed bugs. The Oakland County Sheriff Office said a woman set her car and herself on fire after she discovered bed bugs inside her vehicle and then tried to kill them by setting them on fire and pouring alcohol on them to douse the flames. The sheriff's office said the owner of the car, a 31-year-old woman whose name has been redacted, in a panic after finding bed bugs in the car and decided to kill them. The method she chose is rubbing alcohol and lighting it on fire. When she did that, she accidentally set herself on fire, resulting in second-degree burns. The car burned from the inside out. The woman is currently at McLaren Oakland Hospital for treatment for her injuries, and the car is totaled.
Obviously.
Wait, man, I have to get into this.
Well, here's the
Are
thing.
you serious? Do we really have more to say about this?
Here's the thing. Let me just. Let me. Alcohol does kill them. It does, but fire also kills you and them. So I mean.
I think she figured that out.
At that point, you just should. What would have been less harmful had you just taken an aerosol can and a lighter and just made a flamethrower, because it wouldn't have caught.
It's still in the car.
But you hotboxed it. It grew.
Pontiac woman, sit your ass down. Now, I see my man is still on the phone. So I have a very important question to ask, and I don't mean to do this every week, but it seems to be done every friggin' week.
I think this about to get good.
It's Florida in the house. Again, it's Florida in the house. Can't even, I'm just going to read it.
You know.
Florida man.
Is the name redacted?
The name is redacted. And I would have for this one too. Even though.
It's not our boy, is it?
It's totally, we know who it is.
It's not our boy, Ronnie?
No, it's just Florida man.
Okay.
Injured by a jaguar.
Like an animal?
Yes, not the Jacksonville kind.
Or the car?
The actual injured by a jaguar after crossing barriers banned from the zoo. Florida man who hopped a safety barrier and was injured by a jaguar last Wednesday is not allowed to return to the Jacksonville Zoo. Ironically enough, it is in Jacksonville. The Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens. The man whose name was not released climbed a waist-high barrier at the range of the jaguar display where there was an empty space between visitors and animals, and then started taunting the jaguar.
Oh, he was asking for it.
The man was injured by Harry, a 12-year-old jaguar, after he reached his hand through the fence. So he jumped a barrier, jumped a barricade, got to the fence, reached his hand through the fence.
He pissed the jaguar off.
After taunting it.
He pissed Harry off.
The man was taken to the hospital with 9 life-threatening injuries. Quote, if someone decides they want to get up and close and personal with a big, powerful cat, then is foolish enough to taunt them, that is their foolish decision, said Dan Maloney, deputy director at the zoo. Zoo officials said the big cat acted appropriately and will not face any consequences.
What consequences? What you gonna do to the cat?
Harry was involved in a fight that left another jaguar dead earlier this year.
So Harry's a thug.
The zoo does not plan to pursue criminal charges against the man, but he is prohibited from coming back to the facilities. Officials said that the jaguar enclosure meets and exceeds the care and safety standards, and the area that is designated is a sound area and is up to standards and is an area that's been effective for the last 18 years, Maloney said. This is the same dude. This kind of situation has never occurred in my 11 years here, and I hope it never happens again.
So is that a lifetime ban? Or they just say banned?
They said ban. It's implied, but at this point, my man, you the guy.
I mean, like,
Florida man.
I don't like the guess. I don't like to say.
Oh, that's white guy. No, I can tell you
But
that. I can tell you that. Oh, without even, I don't even have to do research.
Black people, we ain't gonna do that.
Miss Florida man, I know you're gonna be back, but for right now, sit your ass down.